all the way from beautiful Vermont, we have our good friend Aly Richards, CEO of Let's Grow Kids, coming to us. This is part of our Reimagine Childcare initiative. Aly, are you in fact in your parents' bedroom?
You got it, Steve. It's such a pleasure to be with you right from the parents' bedroom. Because guess what? I'm living it. I'm working it. I'm feeling it. I got 2-year-old identical twin boys, as you know, Bo and Wesley, and they're upstairs now with my parents and my own grandmother. This is our COVID life.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack. This Reimagine Childcare initiative we're doing in cooperation with our friends up in Vermont and also with the support of the Terrell Fund. Let me ask you this. For those who don't know what Let's Grow Kids is, it's an initiative up in Vermont that is a national model. What is it?
High quality, affordable childcare for all who need it in Vermont by 2025 or bust. And that's what I love talking with you about, Steve, in all that you're doing, because, you know, we're getting it and the world is now getting it because of COVID. We all just got a front row seat. Childcare is so essential. It's not a nice to have. It's actually an absolute necessity. We can't reopen our economy without childcare. We can't support our working families without childcare. We can't expect to have citizens growing up with critical thinking skills and healthy relationships and a lifelong, foundation of health if we don't get this right. So Let's Grow Kids focused like a laser on that. This is our chance to really do one targeted thing, do it right, do it well, and enjoy the benefits we're all going to receive when we get it done.
You know, in some ways, Aly, as we tape this at the end of 2020 to be seen in 2021, you're actually saying that COVID, as horrible as it has been, fingers crossed for the vaccine, you're saying that one of the positives has been that the awareness and the understanding and the commitment to quality and affordable child care is real now and different than it's ever been before. You really believe that? Oh,
I do. And we have to, right? I mean, look, what do we all crave right now? This has been such a challenging year in every level for so many families, and we crave solutions. We crave change, powerful, real change that we can come together around. Think about childcare, Steve. It's the thing, right? It's the thing that gets at our economic, opportunity, that gets us out of, our response into recovery, that allows us to reopen, to rebuild, It's the thing that sits in the sweet spot of equity and anti-racism, everything we're talking about from that lens as well this year. So actually, if you think, okay, what's the one thing that really goes up the pipeline? It's that root cause. We know it's this, right? And I will say too, it's within our power to change right now. Because when everyone always says, right, well, if we would have had a chance to build it from the scratch, we would have built it differently. Here you go. We've been torn down. We can build it better.
Let me see if I can make this connection. Tell me if I'm wrong. So the Reimagine Childcare graphics up because that's an initiative we're involved in. We're also involved in an ongoing initiative called Confronting Racism, Institutional Racism. And dare I say, a new initiative in 2021, Democracy at a Crossroads. Is there a confluence, dare I use that multisyllabic word to say it's all coming together?
Why? Yeah, you started like this. Why does Let's Grow Kids exist? Why am I spending every waking hour when I'm not with my own children focused on this?
Because you lost your child care. I want to be clear.
That's right.
Right? You lost your child care. Go ahead.
That's right. Right. So I lost it because of COVID. Let me pause there for 1 second, because here we are. I'm the CEO of Let's Grow Kids. I've been working in childcare in a small state like Vermont for almost a decade now, and I couldn't find childcare until my kids were 11 months old. I had it for sweet 6 months. And then boom, COVID hit, right? So, and it took me that long to find the first place. So let's for a second say, look, forget about COVID. What we need to understand is before this devastation, 3 out of 5 kids in Vermont did not have access to the childcare they needed. 30% of household income, for those lucky enough to find it, you're paying 30% of your household income more than almost anything there. And then to actually offer it, early educators making $13 an hour, no healthcare benefits on average, right? So, okay, this is really broken. And yet, like you said, what's the one thing that actually has the ability to change systemically from day one? You talked about our democratic process. You know what's really important there? It's not what you believe, right or wrong. It's not about that. It's about critical thinking, understanding things for yourself, asking questions, examining it. you know what? By age 5, you've baked your ability to have strong foundation for critical thinking. So you named it. That is another key one here. Yes, it hits at that. Yes, it hits at a lifelong of health, a lifelong of read and write and arithmetic, of all of that. And we start to see skin color and change the way we act to people.
Yeah.
As early as 6 months old. So again, think about the opportunity we have here, Steve. All these kids in their wonderful formation stages, supporting these young families, supporting their children with a compensated early educator who's valued and respected for what she, in most cases, does. Oof, that's powerful.
You know, Aly, we were up in Vermont with you, about a few seconds left. It was life-changing for us as a production company connected to public broadcasting to be up with you and your colleagues at Vermont at the Terrell Fund Day, up in Vermont, because their interest is in Vermont as well as in New Jersey. I look forward, even though this is fine, we'll do what we have to do remotely. I really look forward to us being together again in Vermont or in New Jersey, just being together, continuing our work and our mission to create greater public awareness around affordable, accessible childcare. Aly, all the best to you and your family and your twins, and you're in your parents' bedroom.
Thank you, Steve. It's such a pleasure. Really appreciate it.
It's an honor on our end. All the best, Aly. I'm Steve Adubato. We'll be right back.
Think Tank with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Valley Bank, the Terrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, PSC&G, the Russell Berry Foundation, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Johnson & Johnson, and by Caldwell University. Promotional support provided by NJ.com and by bestofNJ.com.
In the fabric of America, they are the toughest threads. One of the first things they learned was the code that every service member lives by: leave no one behind. Now all of us need to live by it too, because some veterans are being left behind. 20 of them take their own lives every day. Learn how to be there for a veteran at BeThereForVeterans.com. Honor the code. Be there. Leave no one behind.